an inner-city Auckland post office transformed into an art gallery space. This is the striking work of Elam School of Fine Arts graduate Tiffany Singh. Cast in beeswax from the forms of 3 religious icons, the wax sculptures are coloured with spices and sit on a geometric grid on the floor, also made of spices, rice and soil.
It's been really lovely having it in a public space, placing the work in a public domain so that everyday people are coming into contact with the work in their everyday actions.
Tiffany's work is one of 5 installations exploring art in everyday environments.
The fact that she represents so many nationalities, which comes through in her work as well, her exploration of faith without borders, she's perfect for this show.
The work presents the Virgin Mary alongside the Buddha and Hindu deity Ganesh as a way of exploring connections between diverse religions of the world.
The Buddha was given to me in Thailand, the Ganesh was given to me in Varanasi in India, and the Mary came from New Zealand. We don't come into contact with the union of other religions very often. We don't see them as unified forces. We don't see them in the east. You walk down the street and there's a mosque beside a mandir. We don't really have that same integration of religion here. It's more secular. It's more separate and removed.
Raised in New Zealand without close contact with her Indian and Samoan heritage, Tiffany's work is also an exploration of her identity.
It wasn't really until I started travelling, until I went back to Samoa and especially to India, that I actually realised how Samoan and Indian I was. I really didn't have any idea before that. And I don't think I wouldn't be making the work that I'm making now had I not have been able to go overseas and ground who I am in the place where my genealogy is from. Everywhere you go, you come across a temple, you come across incense, you come across a tree with the sacred prayer cotton around it. Everywhere you go, there's that sense of spirit. And it's not, it's by no means elite, it's by no means only in temples, it is everywhere. And that's something that I would like to create in New Zealand.
Across the road, Tiffany's vision extends beyond the still life work to the very living act of exchange. Today, she is operating a table of exchange, inviting the public to trade something of personal value for one of her wax sculptures.
Birth control pill for a Virgin Mary. Ticky earrings. Primarily what I'm interested in is what we value and how when we remove things from an economic context, when it's not about money anymore, how the preciousness and the weight and the community values begin to come out in relationship to one another and how we value each other and what it is that we have to offer each other.
I exchanged a drawing that I've done. I think it's quite interesting, something that's quite personal for me to exchange and see how it's perceived by someone else or taken in.
I'm exchanging 6. I'm writing Tiffany a letter a week for the next 6 weeks. So in exchange for one of her things. Yeah.
I make
a steady stream of people arrive to observe, discuss, and exchange.
Have things that we can exchange with the people in our lives. Oh wow! Oh, thank you so much. Which one are you going to choose?
I'm not sure yet. I'm Mary.
This batch of religious icons has been stained with oil paint pigment, lending dramatic colours to the same 3 forms.
And they're peaceful.
They are peaceful. Thank you.
I feel peace when I look. You've tapped into a desire for people to not only meet artists and talk about their artwork, but to talk about aspects of their life that is more spiritual or more connected to ideas of community, which I think is important.
It's about feeling like you're a part of something again, giving power back to people by enabling them to be active and proactive in giving and taking, and I think it's a really empowering tool.
I'm getting quite a peaceful feeling from this, and especially at this sort of time in the world, that it's a feeling of actually looking inward and giving what you can for others.
We're all waiting for this next highest consciousness level.
4 hours after Tiffany opened her table of exchange, the wax sculptures have all but gone. In their place, an eclectic array of objects thoughtfully exchanged.
There's poems, there's artworks, there's shoes from a dancer, there's shoes from a traveller.
Tiffany's attempt to use art to create a sense of community has been a huge success.
Having seen the effect in the relationships that it's created, it's definitely encouragement to keep going.
Well, that's all we have for you this week on Asia Down Under. Please continue to send us your information for our diary. Our contacts are on the TVNZ website. Have a great week and we'll see you soon. Sai Chien.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.